Now that we have Transformers the movie, Studio Series 86, Autobot, Blaster and EJECT. Sometimes you'd see like a Street Fighter title. Out of the box, we can get a better look at him. And I just had the Kingdom one out just a few seconds ago to compare them, and like they're pretty close. They're pretty good. Whatever's black on the Kingdom one is like a dark gray here, like dark gray and the light gray. His whole chest right here, this is all painted in. This is not painted on clear plastic, by the way. This is like a blue piece of plastic that's painted. The head sculpt is super accurate with the white and the blue eyes. And he does have like the little red painted down there for his ankles and everything. Going around, see some things are going to be painted for the alt mode. But yeah, no, he's just a grayer Kingdom Blaster. He still has all the articulation. There's no mold degradation on him that I can feel or anything. He feels super good. Still feels really good in the hand. But speaking of the Kingdom Blaster, let's bring that in because that's the main thing. Is what do they look like? What one are you going to choose? Because they're both super good. So let's bring the Kingdom one in. So we have the 86 one over here and the Kingdom one over here. Whatever is black on the Kingdom one is dark gray. Pretty much it. He doesn't have like the black painted in here. He's got the clear chest. He's got the painted chest. The reds are pretty much identical. I think this one is slightly more like a cherry, and this one's like more of like a dark red. It's very subtle. The gray on here is lighter than this gray. That's black, gray. But that's really all I can really tell. Obviously, like the heads are super different. This is like the more gray silver head with the blue, and he's got the all white face. But that was literally the best way I can like talk about him is just comparing them because it's the same toy. They both still have the functioning chest. He's got rewind in his. Is exactly the same in that. But that's really how those two stack up. That's really the bot mode. All the articulation is exactly the same. So you have one, you know how it articulates. It transforms the same. It does everything you need to. But that's just like, it's just paint differences. So that's pretty much it. Let's get him into his alt mode. And then we can also talk about Rumble real quick. And we'll talk about the guns super quick. So let's get into that. And for the sake of saying I did it, here he is with the 40th anniversary Tune Accurate Blaster. How they look together. It's nice that we have two options if you want a blaster of G1 Blaster that's accurate or Generations Blaster that's accurate. Both look super good. Both are still available, so I just wanted to put these two together and see what they look like, but that's it. So I did just want to go over the accessories super quick because he does not come with a lot of them. So the gun, this is the Kingdom one and this is the 86 one. They're exactly the same gun. The 86 one is like that dark gray plastic, and the Kingdom one is black. These are identical. These are the same gun, just separate colors, and that's it. So for Rewind, for some reason, the Kingdom one decided to have a clear one. I have no idea the choice on that part, but the 86 one has the opaque one, which is the reason I went in for it. I don't trust clear plastic. I don't like this. This is gonna break. This is gonna shatter. I don't like it. This I didn't feel like this didn't look good displaying, especially like Rumble and Frenzy. And that being said, these guys, I know they're not 80 Studios. They weren't designed to be Studio 686 molds, but Frenzy and Rewind or Frenzy and Rumble are way better than these two guys are, which is very disappointing that Blaster got the short end of the stick with cassettes. But you can see that he's blue and white. He's all clear. He's got the gold up here. He does not have the gold. He's got the white down there. The back is essentially the same. Got the white head on here, the gray head on there. But other than the fact that he's clear, they're identical. So now that we have Rewind in his robot mode, we can see the differences. 86 one has the white head with the orange and the blue. The Kingdom one has the gray head with the orange. He's a lot more clear. He's opaque. The chests have the same like gold kind of. Lower halves have like the white and the gold. This Rewind feels like more like an exclusive. Like this should have came with like a twin cast or something like that. It feels like a Japanese exclusive, and this one feels like the one that should have came normally. No accessories, no nothing, no little guns or anything. They're virtually identical. Again, they're the same toy, just clear and different paint apps. But that's really all the differences between those two. They're the same toy, same everything. So yeah, that's been it for a rewind. Now that we have Blaster in his alt mode, his cassette mode, we can get a better look at it. More of that dark gray and pale gray comes out. We have rewind in his little cassette mode, little blue cassette mode, and it does, of course, close it down there. One thing I did notice is that there's the blue right here. There's a blue part in here. On the original one that was clear, this was like an opaque one, so they don't have to paint over clear plastic, so it's not going to scratch as much. But we can see like the one knob over here is painted opposed to this one over here. It's more gray down here. I get more gray. The best way I can describe this is like it's kind of like a muted color. It looks good. But for all intents and purposes, let's just bring out the Kingdom one for better comparisons, because I almost grabbed the Kingdom one opposed to this one because I thought it was that one. And that's how very, very similar they are in this mode. So comparing the two, this whole video is just comparison because these no changes. So like the dark gray up here is painted, and the gray up here for the handle is also painted. He's got more black on this side. He has, for some reason, one knob painted. He's going at the one knob painted. The gray down here is painted. He's got more black on the speakers, where this is like a gray, which looks fine. Got the little red little nubs down here that are painted over the gray and everything. Side is identical. It's just whatever's gray is black now, or vice versa. The backs are identical, literally identical, which is fine. Sides are identical. The guns are the same, but different shades of plastic. But that's really it comparison for the Kingdom Blaster and the 86 Blaster. The biggest difference, at least in this mode, is just like the gray down here, and like the fact that this is painted so it looks a little better. And some of the black over here is taken away, and it's hard to like. To me, it's hit or miss. It's like whatever one you really like more. I like this one because I like the gray. I like the gray one with the black, but I also like the black painted on here, and then this one doesn't have that much detail painted on it anyway. Originally, I don't think this was supposed to be an 86 character anyway. I think it's supposed to be more like Generations or whatever. But that's it for comparison for the Kingdom and the 86 one. I do want to bring out the other blaster we got this year so we can get a look at that roll super quick. So I did just real quick want to compare it to the other movie accurate blaster we got this year, which is the G1 40th anniversary reissue of him. And you can see how these kind of look together. I don't know, I think it's kind of fun. This one has like the clear but the thing, but this also has like the opaque with the symbol. Again, whatever's gray, dark gray, something like that is black, or black was gray now, whatever. But you know, those look good together. Like, I think that looks really cool that we have two accurate, screen accurate blasters that we can choose from now. I just think it's really cool that we have like two screen accurate blasters we can choose from now if you want one. If you want like a more Generations one, or if you want the G1 one, but both are here. Both are good. So let's get this blaster, the 86 blaster, back into robot mode and do some final thoughts on him, shall we? So let's get to that. Final thoughts on Transformers the Movie Studio Series 86 Blaster and Rewind. I like it. There, I will admit that when I went to go grab them for reviews, I kept grabbing the Kingdom one because there are very little differences between the two. I just got them because I liked the painted chest and everything. I like the gray a little bit more, and I like the Kingdom with a painted Rewind, and that looks so much better than the clear one. It fits really good with the rest of 86, Studio Series 86. It doesn't feel out of place or anything. Looks good with Perceptor, which I mainly have him next to Perceptor. That looks really good. My only downfall is like, is it really worth the upgrade? Because there's so much little paint that I wouldn't even notice on a shelf, so it really didn't matter at that point for me. Rewind is cool because he's painted. I don't even know if I'm going to keep him out of the chest because he doesn't look good with Rumble or Frenzy, because he feels like a step down because he's not an 86 character. He's a Generations figure. It's just little things where it's like you got to justify if it's really worth the money to get it. Obviously, if you missed the Kingdom Blaster, grab this one because the toy is still so good. But if you already have the Kingdom one, I can't justify or recommend upgrading it. That's just me. I have the Kingdom one. I'm going to sell the Kingdom one here shortly. So, but that's been it for 86 Blaster. I like him. I still like the toy and everything. It's just I don't think it's worth the upgrade for people that already have the Kingdom one. But yeah, that's been it for 86 Blaster. If you liked the video, subscribe. Helps me out a lot. Let me know, are you going to be getting this blaster? Are you going to keep your Kingdom Blaster? Or are you going to be one of the psychos that just gets the 4th anniversary blaster and call that a day. So that's been it for me. I will see you guys in the next video.